The origins of wartime cooking. During times of war, food scarcity, rationing, and limited access to ingredients forced people to adapt and create meals using fewer resources. World Wars I and II, in particular, led to the development of wartime recipes that focused on nutrition and sustainability while making the most of available ingredients, shaping the way people cooked for generations. Rationing and ingredient substitutes in cooking. With food rationing in full force during both World Wars, many ingredients became scarce, and people had to get creative with substitutes. For example, powdered eggs, canned meats, and rationed butter were often used in place of fresh ingredients, giving rise to new recipes that stretched while little was available. This spirit of improvisation influenced modern cooking techniques that emphasize resourcefulness. The birth of convenience foods during wartime. Wartime cooking led to the development of convenience foods, as companies began to produce canned, dehydrated, and frozen foods to ensure that soldiers and civilians could quickly prepare meals. The popularity of these convenience foods grew after the war, and many became staples of modern cooking, from canned soups to instant mashed potatoes and ready-to-eat meals. The rise of victory gardens and local ingredients. During both World Wars, citizens were encouraged to grow their own food through victory gardens to help alleviate food shortages. This shift toward homegrown produce made people more conscious of local, seasonal ingredients. The modern farm-to-table movement and interest in locally sourced ingredients can be traced back to this wartime emphasis on sustainability. Simple, hearty meals for feeding families. Wartime recipes were often designed to feed large families with minimal resources, relying on simple, filling meals like stews, soups, and casseroles. These hearty, inexpensive meals became staples in households during and after the wars, and many of these recipes still persist in modern home cooking, adapted to current tastes and available ingredients. The influence of wartime canned dishes. Canned foods became a crucial part of wartime cooking, offering long shelf lives and convenience. This led to the rise of recipes that incorporated canned goods, such as canned vegetables, fruits, and meats, in dishes like casseroles and mixed salads. Though modern cooking has moved away from excessive reliance on canned foods, they remain a convenient ingredient in many households. Preserving food for the long haul. Wartime recipes often involved techniques for preserving food, such as canning, drying, and pickling, to ensure a steady supply of ingredients during shortages. These preservation methods have made a strong comeback in recent years, with modern cooks taking inspiration from wartime practices to preserve seasonal produce and reduce food waste through pickling, fermenting, and canning. Innovation in meal planning and budgeting. Wartime cooking required careful planning and budgeting, with an emphasis on stretching ingredients to feed more people. Today, this approach has influenced modern meal prepping and budget-friendly cooking, where planning ahead and using affordable ingredients can help create nutritious, satisfying meals without overspending. Post-war influence on processed foods. After the wars, the widespread availability of processed foods became a hallmark of modern cooking. Many of the mass-produced products, such as boxed meals, pre-cooked meats, and packaged snacks, gained popularity because of their convenience and affordability. While this trend peaked in the 1950s and 1960s, it still influences how modern cooking incorporates quick, ready-to-use ingredients. A legacy of resourcefulness in modern cooking. The ingenuity and resourcefulness developed during wartime cooking have left a lasting impact on contemporary kitchens. Modern cooking often focuses on efficiency, flexibility, and minimizing food waste, echoing the mindset of past generations who had to make the most of limited resources. This legacy continues to shape how we cook today, fostering creativity and sustainability in everyday meals.